Hello, my name is Paul Wayland and I'm a grade 12 student and I have recently watched the film Rodger and Me. The thing that I found the most striking in this film is the difference between the rich and the poor members of Flint society. In Rodger and Me, Moore illustrates the economic disparity during many different scenes. Firstly, he illustrates the difference between the rich and the poor during the scene where Michael Moore contrasts the ruins of the city and the people talking to Reagan with the more fortunate people of Flint who are holding the Great Gatsby party at the home of one of General Motors' founding families. This scene contrasts so much because of what the people are saying. According to one of the workers who was laid off, she can't move because I have a son, a home. I'm trying to do it by myself. I can't just pull up stakes and take off. This is very different than what the rich and the powerful are saying at their party. When one of the partygoers at the Great Gatsby party was asked about how Flint was, he said, "Things are tough here for the people that were laid off, but there's still people working. I don't think it's as bad as people may believe." Another partygoer told people having a hard time to get up in the morning and go do something. Start yourself. Get your own motor going. There's things out there. Essentially, the rich man is telling all the poor people to stop being lazy. These quotes, coupled with the fact that they hired human statues for their party, clearly shows that the well-off in Flint do not understand the bad situation they have put other people in. The rich are in their own social bubble and they refuse to change. The second scene that shows the inequality in Flint is when he shows the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club right after he shows people getting evicted from their homes. According to the sheriff's deputy, I have evicted good people. They just don't have enough money. $600 or $800 a month just isn't enough to get by. When you hear things like that, you begin to feel angry because of all the good people who have been thrown out of their homes, and you feel even angrier when you see how the rich are living. According to the lady at the front desk, at the yacht club, they eat alligator and other expensive foods. I'm willing to bet that one meal from this club would probably be enough to pay for the average and unemployed worker in Flint's rent. The third scene in this movie that shows the difference between the rich and the poor is when the rich have a party in the new jail. According to Moore, the old jails could not hold increasing numbers of inmates that the judges were locking up. So the county built a brand new state-of-the-art jail that was 5 stories high and filled a city block. Right after saying this, he explains that the rich couples in the city were paying $100 to spend the night in the jail. This shocking contrast between the rich and the poor are forced into jail while the rich choose to go there for a good time. This clearly shows how insensitive the rich have become since the factory closed. The last example of the rich being more well off than the poor is the Christmas scene at the end of the movie. During this scene, Moore accompanies the sheriff's deputy when he is evicting families from the families, and the film moves back and forth between the families being evicted and the speech of Roger Smith, the the chairman of General Motors. Smith says that Christmas is about the warmth of human companionship, yet he still refuses to come to Flint with Michael Moore when he asks him. All these scenes show that the rich are not only unaware of the plight of the poor, but they are also hypocrites who do not want to face the problems they have caused. To me, it is clear that the film is included in an international business course in order to highlight the fact that international business can have negative effects, and that all people and companies should be aware of their social impact so they do not hurt people like General Motors and Roger Smith did to the people of Flint. In conclusion, it is clear that we need to be careful when doing international business, and the rich should help out the poor around the world so that we can avoid vast economic disparities such as the one that occurred in Flint.